and processing materials that would be otherwise thrown as trash, and turning them into new materials or products. Recycling can benefit your community and environment. The advantages of recycling is reducing the needs of extracting, refining, and processing raw materials. Now, let's talk about the useful effects of materials to living things. Living things are humans, animals, plants, fungi, and microbes. Without this, we cannot survive. So recycling is a useful effect because we reuse the things that is non-biodegradable. The example is this flower pot. It is made out of 1.5 Coke bottle and design it with paint and plastic recyclable flower design. Now, we are going to talk about the harmful effects to living things are the pollutions and trash that the animals and human beings also get sick. So please guys, recyclable always. That's all guys. Peace out. Bye!
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. We all know that flood is a common environmental change which destroys many valuable things that surround us. And why did this happen? It's because of our trash. We constantly complain about heavy flood, but we can do our part. Just look inside our house. Milk makes our bones strong and food gives us energy. Clothes keep us warm. Toxic cleaners are harmful because of poisonous chemicals. Plastic containers are non-biodegradable. How can we turn this harmful material into something useful? Easy. Recycle. Example. Turn the plastic container into a plant pot. What more? Donate things if not useful anymore. This will make other people happy. Remember, human nature is everyone's responsibility. Let us do our part.
Useful and harmful effects of materials. The good thing about materials is it helps us do chores, make things easier to do like cleaning the house and sweeping the floor. Also, materials help us to accomplish things faster. It makes us do the work properly because back in the days when materials are not innovated, people tend to finish their work unsatisfying and low quality. So with these modern materials, it will make the product or task be more efficient and has good quality. The harmful effects of materials are it can harm the environment by producing pollution and adding carbon dioxide and other chemicals, making the water dirty and might add to the effects that can trigger our climate change. These materials are able to help our daily lives but with improper use and wrong disposing, it can lead to worsening our environment status. That's why we need to use these materials properly and recycle to help our mother nature heal and continue to strive.
Good morning or afternoon. Today, I'm going to be telling you what are the uses of living things, what are the harmful effects of materials to the environment, and I am going to somehow convince you to recycle. Oh, and also what are currently happening in the environment. Let's start. Starting off with the topic that I've told you about, let's start with human uses or the uses of living things, including animals, plants, and many more. Take many forms, both practical, such as the production of food, clothing. Next topic, the harmful effects of materials to the environment, which is also kind of connected to the last topic that we've talked about. Some changes have bad effects like pollution and destruction of habitat, and lose of lives. Improper disposal of garbage, harmful chemicals, and human waste can cause damage and changes. It can pollute air, land, and water. Moving on to the next topic, you see, recycling is important. Why, you may ask? It is important because recycling helps the environment clean and develop it. It is very helpful in many ways. And as you can see, the pot right here is recycled. And it helps the environment just by doing this one simple thing. And lastly, there are a lot of things happening in the environment. Like Manila Bay's waters are becoming clearer, and currently the thing happening right now are good things. Well, yeah, like good things, good things. Then I'll see you in my next video. It was short. Bye.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna learn about the 3 R's: reuse, reduce, recycle. Did you know we can produce 4.4 pounds of garbage each day? Imagine that. Without Mother Nature, I'm gonna show you some tips. First, reduce. Instead of using plastic bags, use an eco bottle. Second is to reuse. If you find an empty bottle, clean it and put drinkable clean water in it. And lastly, we need to recycle. Just like this. First, we need some materials such as water bottle, plastic paints, and the scissors. First, you need to cut your bottle on your design or your desire. Second, you need to paint the bottle whatever you want. And third, if you want some designs, a little bit of designs, just cut some colored paper. And the finishing result is like this. Bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm gonna tell you how plastics or your waste can kill any living thing in Earth. Your waste can be put in different places once you didn't put it in the proper place. It can be put on the lands, and it can be spreaded to air and also on ocean. On those three places or on those three areas, there's always living things there. There's birds, fishes, animals, and us, humans. We can prevent it with your help by recycling or reducing, recycling, and reusing all the things that you can still use, like this. I made a pot. It's made of plastic. I recycled it because it still can be used. It can be used for planting plants, and it can also save the earth if we all did it together. I recommend you doing other stuff, not just plants. You can also make many more things. Thank you for watching the video. See you soon.
What is this? Oh! Where am I? Who are you? Hello there. I am Artemis, goddess of nature, and I am here today to explain to you the things that your kind has done to my beautiful creation. Today, I'm focusing on one item, plastic. In the early days, my nature was pure, clean, and beautiful. Until the year 1907, plastic was invented. You humans started throwing your trash everywhere, including nature. My fishes lost their home because some bodies of water has dried up. Some became extinct or endangered because of pollution. I actually heard of this place called Trash Island. It is where many of humanity's trash is piled up. Yes, I have heard of that place before. It is sad that something like that exists. Since many people throw their trash in nature, animals think of it as food. They eat it, they die. When chemicals from humans' waste ruin the soil, plants lose their home. They cannot grow anymore. These are just some of the consequences of some humans' actions. That's so sad. We are ruining our own planet with our actions. But there's hope yet, Keisha. There are also useful things that can happen when you throw your plastic trash properly. What are they? When you throw your trash in the right place, especially plastic, it can be recycled. Did you know that some people actually collect these and sell them to recycling companies? That's really interesting. Yes, it is. There are a lot of other ways you can reuse and recycle plastic. You can use it at home as storage. Make it into something new, like clothing, bags, phone cases. And they're even used to build houses now. Amazing, right? Let me tell you about the plastic recycling process. First step in the process is inspection. The items brought in are checked if they can be recycled. Chopping and washing to make them clean and easier to recycle. It goes into a separation by flotation, then on to drying. After drying, it is melted by heat and pressure. It is then filtered to remove any possible contaminants. Then the molten plastic is shaped into fine strands. It is then pelletized and is ready to be transformed into a new item. Really amazing, right? Now before you go, I want to ask you a question. What can you do to help? Actually, we have this project in school in which we have to make a plant pot out of a plastic bottle. I made a cute box. That is a very good idea. It may be small, but it is a big contribution to helping nature. Thank you for helping. Thank you for telling me about this problem. After our chat, I will tell everyone I know to spread the word about this. Thank you for listening to me. May you be nature's guardian.
Hello there, my name is Lucas Alfonso Leggio, and today I will discuss with you about the usefulness and harmfulness of plastic to living things. Most materials are helpful to our daily lives. Plastic, for instance, has been a part of every household. I find it in different shapes and sizes, such as food containers, detergent, toiletries, shopping bags, etc. But what makes it bad is the fact that if you throw it away, it never goes away. Ends up clogging sewers, and plastic was even found in sharks and other sea creatures. Plastic is also responsible for some health problems. What most people don't realize is that not all used plastic should end up as waste. You can actually recycle it and make it useful again. I have here with me useful plastic bottles I decided to reuse and turn into a planter. So it's fun activity, decorating and painting it according to my preference. And I took my two dogs right here as inspiration. But more than the experience of making your own potted planter is that you are also helping with lesser waste that could be harmful to the environment and also to our health. Aside from that, it also helps us save money, since we no longer need to buy a new item and can simply reuse what we think is of no use. So I suggest, before throwing something in the garbage, try to think if it can be reused into something else, like flipping vegetable peelings into compost, old worn out clothes into bags or mat, and the list goes on and on. We just have to be creative and think of ways to lessen our waste disposal for the greater good of our environment.
Hey everyone, my name is Ishmael Arzame. Today we're going to talk about environmental issues and useful and harmful effects of the materials in living things. So let's start. Number one environmental change that I can see is many people throw trashes everywhere, especially in public. Number two, many people throw trash in Manila Bay. That's why it's so dirty today. After we talked about the environmental change, now let's talk about the harmful and useful effects of the materials to living things. Number one, harmful effect. Some items or materials might be poisonous, so be careful. Number two, harmful effect. Every day we drink water and sometimes our stomach hurts because of the water that we are drinking. So be careful of the water that you're drinking. Number one, useful effects. These materials might help you, like fertilizers for plants. Fertilizers help our plants grow, so sometimes materials can be useful too. Two, useful effect. It helps us because it is used for digging, and yes, it is a shovel. Shovel is used for digging soil and it is used for planting. That's it everyone. Goodbye!
Good morning! My name is Brad Rafael F. Ramido and I am from the class 5A. Today, I will show you the useful and harmful effects of materials to the environment. Let's go! Okay, now I will show you a sample of these materials that we use in our everyday life. Bottles, a simple source of pollution. The bottles are used to contain our liquids or refreshments for hot sunny days or summers. Plastic bottles are important because we can recycle them to many different objects for our household. Bottles are very useful because they can be recycled to many different things, just like a pot in PT and Science. If not disposed properly, these bottles can cause harm to the environment. Plastic bottles are not disposed properly, they can cause flood to our rivers. If plastic bottles are not disposed properly, they can cause harm to our animals. Right, Chewy? Excuse me, you should dispose your bottle the right way or make it a material that can be used at home.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
I encourage people to recycle their plastic bottles into flower pots. There are many numbers of uses of flower pots in the world, just like mine, a planting pot to planting tomatoes. There are a lot of materials at home that should be disposed properly. If not, it can cause harm to our environment and health. I encourage everyone to help save the environment and to help dispose materials properly.
Hi guys, welcome to my science presentation. This is about the useful and harmful effects of materials. Now let's start my presentation. Useful effects of plastic. In the picture, there are a lot of useful ways plastic can do. Plastic is very useful. First, it can be recycled, colored, melted, shaped, squashed, and built into sheets of plastic. Second, it is hygienic. Third, used to make clothes that are very strong fishing lines. We now come to harmful effects of plastic. First, plastic can decrease wildlife. Second, fishes will mistakenly think that plastic is their food. Third, plastic can cause water pollution, cause the runoff stage in the water cycle. Fourth, plastic can cause plastic pollution. Let me present to you my product task. What I did here was I got an empty plastic bottle, covered it by a newspaper, then painted to look like this. In the other half of an empty bottle, I put a plant in it. This is the final result of my product task. As you can see, we can reduce plastic pollution by recycling them and turning them into useful materials like this one. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Bye!
Hey, ever wonder some changes that commonly happen in our precious environment? Well, that's what we're gonna be talking about. As you can see in the air pollution, the smoke of the factories are endangering the living things like animals, plants, of course, us humans. In the land or cell pollution, the land is collapsed. And last but not the least, the water pollution. The water has a lot of garbage or trash that is thrown by humans. Some animals living in the water maybe can cause death. Plastic bottles are useful nowadays in every consumer products and packaging. They are typically used to store liquids such as water, soft drinks, motor oil, cooking oil, medicine, shampoo, milk, and ink. Did you know that 80% of plastic bottles end up in landfills? Each bottle leaks harmful chemicals into our Mother Earth along the way as it decomposes. Studies show that toxins decomposing bottles of water leak into our environment because of many health issues. Plastics will biodegrade, so they will remain in our environment forever. Plastic pollution is one cause of climate change. So how can we help to save Mother Earth because of the effect of the plastic material? Turn your plastic bottle trash into something new and useful, creative recycling projects, like this pot made from soft drinks plastic bottle.
guys, I am Micaela Jasmine Espinosa and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi guys, today I'd like to share with you the useful and harmful effects on living things. Humans impact the physical environment in many ways. Overpopulation, pollution, burning fossil fuels, and deforestation. Changes like this have triggered climate change, soil erosion, poor air quality, and undrinkable water. We're going to take a closer dive into the advantages and disadvantages of disposing materials properly. Let's get started! Recycling is considered one of the best things we can do as individual citizens to decrease pollution on our planet. It's notably very environmentally friendly and it reduces our energy consumption on a global scale. Here are some of the useful effects. Reduce energy consumption, decrease pollution, considered very environmentally friendly, slows the rate of resource depletion, fights global warming, and last advantage, decrease landfill waste. Now let's get into the interesting side of recycling. Mostly, everyone knows at least something about its useful effects, but not many understand its harmful side. These are just few of the harmful effects. Recycling isn't always cost-effective, high upfront costs, need more global buy-in. Recycled products are often of lesser quality. Recycling sites are commonly unsafe. The useful and harmful effects of disposing materials properly, let me share with you some of the ways disposal and recycling we practice at home. We use paper cups, plastic soda bottles, and plastic fabric conditioner bottles as plant pots. We also use solar panel to charge our rechargeable lights and some of our electronic devices. Recycling's advantages are more commonly known. It reduces our energy consumption on a global scale. It also decreases pollution, slows the rate of resource depletion, and contributes to fighting global warming. As we've learned, recycling comes with high costs. The long-term benefits of recycling fail in comparison to the high initial investment. Now, where do you stand on the matter? Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe.